Tuombe. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu, ambaye kwa hekima na wema wako umeteua nyadhifa za viongozi na mabunge kwa ustawi wa jamii na utawala wa haki wa wanadamu, tutakusihi ututazame kwa neema nyingi sisi watumishi wako ambao umeridhika kutuita ili kutekeleza shughuli muhimu za jamhuri hii yetu. Tutakusihi ututeremshie baraka zako sisi tuliokutanika hapa, na utujalie kuyatenda na kufikiria mambo yote yatakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili utukufu na sifa zako ziendelezwe, na ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi hii yetu na wale ambao haja zao umezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amen. Next order.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
There are no papers. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion.
There is a motion by the Honorable Alex Mbugwa, Chairperson, Committee on Budget and Appropriations.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and the House at large. Honorable Speaker, before this House is a motion from the Committee on Budget and Appropriation, report of Committee on the report of the medium-term debt management strategy paper, Mr. Speaker, sir, 2025. Honorable Speaker, my committee takes this opportunity first and foremost to thank your office for the facilitation that we've had within this assembly while preparing this paper. This is a very crucial paper, Mr. Speaker, sir, and it falls under the mandate of this committee. For this purpose, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to take members through this report. Mr. Speaker, I'll start first and foremost by stating the mandate that has been bestowed to the committee. Budget and Appropriation Committee is established under Standing Order 189 and is mandated to investigate, inquire, and report on all matters related to coordination, control, and monitoring of the county budget. Mr. Speaker, because of time, I think members can also go through the tablets on page 4 on that part of budget on this paper. Honorable Speaker, we are grateful that this paper, we've gone through it as a committee, and we have the facts with us that even before we bring on the budget this year, we have this paper today before the House and this report to be debated within this House. Honorable Speaker, the County Debt Management Strategy paper is a public debt management tool that ensures that county government meets its financing needs and payment obligations at the lowest possible cost while maintaining a prudent level of risk. It outlines sustainable borrowing, limits, and anticipated debt over the medium term. This is the third medium-term debt strategy paper for the county to be prepared under the current administration in accordance to Section 123 of the PFM 2012, which obligates reporting on the actual and potential management of the county debts and liabilities over the medium-term period. Honorable Speaker, in preparing the county debt strategy paper, the county treasury are to make the following consideration: the total stock of debt at the statement date, the sources of loans made to the county government, an analysis of the sustainability of the amount of debt, potential and actual risks associated with the debt's commitments, the medium-term assumptions underlying the debt management strategy. Honorable Speaker, we have the legal framework for debt management, still established under the PFM Act 123 of 2012, Mr. Speaker. And this paper legally is supposed to be tabled within this House before the 28th of each financial year, of which it was done, Mr. Speaker, to this House. We have linkage to budget process. The county debt management paper 2025 is closely linked to the county budget process, providing a framework for sustainable borrowing and debt servicing, ensuring fiscal discipline. Mr. Speaker, we have sources of county government debts, loans, well established under that part. That is on page 10 of that paper. And we have the county government total stock of debt as at December 2024, both potential and actual. We have a table that has summarized all this, and we have a debt as a county of 1.8 billion Kenyan shillings within the county government of Nakuru. Debt sustainability analysis, Mr. Speaker, members can follow that on page 11, just below that table, and can get the analysis of evidence we have. Honorable Speaker, the MTF period 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028 in the county government shall require approximately 600 million in order to sustainably service current debt commitments against an allocation of a proposed 400 million within the CFSP. This year's CFSP, we had also allocated it at around 400 million, Mr. Speaker, sir, but within our budgets, we have had a good way of managing that. The principal risks associated with the county debt, we have liquidity risk, we have revenue volatility risk, physical sustainability risk, legal compliance, contingent liability, political and governance risk, Mr. Speaker. The county debt risk profile, we have a table there established on the page 13, Mr. Speaker, to help members or to guide members on that. Conclusion on this, Mr. Speaker, the county government is obligated to maintain debt with a sustainable limits and settle such debts when they occur. Mr. Speaker, we have from number 17 up to number 24 as our conclusion, and we have also given recommendations as a committee. The committee has directed the Office of the Auditor General to undertake a forensic audit to ensure that all the debts, pending bills, and contingent liabilities is undertaken to ascertain accuracy and credibility of the amount before any payment. We have given recommendations here, Mr. Speaker, and at this moment, I beg to move this and ask Mheshimiwa John from Moro to second this, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm John Mwangi, member of Budget Committee. I second.
Thank you. I propose the question, which is that this House adopts the report of the Committee on Budget and Appropriations on the medium-term debt management strategy, paper 2025, laid on the table of the Assembly during the morning sitting. The motion is open for debate. The Honorable Leader of Minority Party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I commend our chair and, of course, the members of the Budget Committee for coming up with this document on debts. Mr. Speaker, we gave a highlight of all the debts that are there, but my concern, Mr. Speaker, that we discussed in the Budget Committee, we have the first debt there, which is on the defunct local authorities, the suppliers and the contractors, Mr. Speaker, that have not been paid to debt of 13 million. So, Mr. Speaker, when we come to the budget of the day, which is going probably to be passed today or tomorrow, Mr. Speaker, we need to consider all these debts that have been there. Mr. Speaker, these debts date back to the year 2013, when the Honorable Hezi was probably the governor by that time, because I don't know what was the appropriate title. And it's very bad, Mr. Speaker, if after those many
The
years.
Honorable Minority Leader. The Honorable Hezi has never been a governor, so
Mr. Speaker, during those times, the local authority, we didn't have that title. But the equivalent of that is what the Honorable Hezi was. He was, I don't know what exactly, he's going to tell us what he was that time. But he was a big person, Mr. Speaker. So maybe with your permission, you can let him tell us what he was, which is equivalent to that of them. I know Mr. Speaker, give him 1 minute to tell us what he was, then I proceed.
the Honorable Member for Njoro.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. I was the chairman of Nakuru County, Nakuru County Council, not the governor, please.
Proceed. The Honorable Minority
Thank you, Mr.
Leader.
Speaker. If he was the chairman by then, Mr. Speaker, I think that was the highest office ever. And we need to congratulate him because after that, that is when the title of the governor came. So, Mr. Hezi, the Honorable Member for Njoro, by that time, that position was equivalent to that of the governor. So, congratulations, the Honorable Hezi. Mr. Speaker, if those debts have not been paid to date, and that is why we are backing our chairman and the county treasury, we need to think of settling those debts so that in years to come, when you're out of this house, those who will come after us, Mr. Speaker, will not be talking of the defunct local authority. Somebody was supplied, I don't know what supplies were made, but I know the Hezi was the CEO of the county. So I don't know what supplies were made. The contractors have not been paid to debt. And Mr. Speaker, we're adding stress to these people. Therefore, I commend the committee, particularly for coming with item number 1 of dealing with the debts that were for the defunct local authorities. Mr. Speaker, I support that we proceed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Elbagon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me to comment or rather to venture into this report whereby I'm a member. And Mr. Speaker, if there is a kid that is growing at an alarming rate in Nakuru County, is the debt, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you look from the defunct county council or other councils that we had, that is the municipal councils that we had and the county council of Nakuru, you realize that, Mr. Speaker, this debt is something that is growing and it needs actually to be brought to an end, or rather it needs to be removed from the county. And Mr. Speaker, if you look at what have been provided here in this report, the recurrent pending bills of 430 million, it means, Mr. Speaker, there is something that ought to be done. And Mr. Speaker, going by the rate at which even the facilities are accumulating the debts, it means there is a time that will come, Mr. Speaker, the debts will be equal to the budget that the county of Nakuru will be having. Currently, Mr. Speaker, only, and I would wish to mention, on the PGH alone, they are going to close to $1 billion, Mr. Speaker. If you go to Naivasha Hospital, Mr. Speaker, they are having a debt of 500 million, Mr. Speaker. It means, Mr. Speaker, if these debts are not going to be addressed, we are going to be in a crisis, and we will never be able to actually take ourselves out of that hole, Mr. Speaker. Nakuru County, it's like actually the replica of the Kenyan government, Mr. Speaker, that is having debts every day, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, we are requesting, Mr. Speaker, via this report, that these issues to be addressed and to be sorted out so that at least we can allow our account to grow and to have even a projection, Mr. Speaker, whereby we are going to have revenue that is going to buffer this county such that it will be able even to have issues or rather invest in some ways that we can be able even to generate more revenue so that we can be able now, Mr. Speaker, to be actually be reallocating those monies to go to other development that are going actually to assist the members of the public. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, we need to come up with the mitigations and strategies once we pay these debts that currently we are having.
The Honorable Member for Shabab.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to commend the Committee on Budget for coming up with this report. And also take note that there are debts that come from the local authorities, the defunct local authorities. Mr. Speaker, according to this report, it's almost 13 million shillings that is owed to those people who supplied goods and services to the local authorities before the year 2013, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I think they should be given first priority when it comes to paying the pending bills, Mr. Speaker. So my prayer is that even as we budget for the pending bills, that these people be given priority and get paid for the goods and services that they give to the county government or to the county government of Nakuru, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, again on matter spending bill, for us to, like this financial year, Mr. Speaker, the procurement process started at very late. So we're expecting that as we are going to the new financial year, the pending bills for the next financial year are going to be very huge, Mr. Speaker. So probably to counter this, Mr. Speaker, in the next financial year, the procurement process should start as early as the 1st of July, Mr. Speaker, by advertising of the necessary departments works and everything that the procurement department should do, Mr. Speaker, so that by the time we are getting to September or October, Mr. Speaker, the contractors and everybody who have been given works in the county government will have started giving services to our people, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I pray that the county government of Nakuru is going to speed up the process of procurement so that when we'll be closing the year 2026-2025, Mr. Speaker, we are not going to be having any pending bill on that particular year. I rise to support this, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honourable Member for Viwandani.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. And I raise to, first of all, commend the Committee on Budget and Appropriation. It is alarming here that, Honourable Speaker, we have a total debt of 1.8 billion. We can only be humane if we can only give what is due to who we owe. Mr. Speaker, since 2013, even if it was you or someone close to you who worked for the county government of Nakuru, whether supply or whatever, and you've never been paid, Honorable Speaker, you are not only killing that person, but also the whole generation that is behind him or her. So it is good as we pass this, or we pass this motion, Mr. Speaker, also the county government of Nakuru should speed up by doing what is right, paying all these debts, and as Honorable Jogona has said, it is like a norm in our country that we always want to have debt. So I would urge members kwamba tutakapopitisha tulipe hawa watu ili tuweze kuendelea na tuwe na county ambayo watu wataweza kuwa na flow ya pesa ambazo zinafanyia kazi. Maana once this money is held, Mr. Speaker, hakuna circulation ya pesa na ndiposa unaona watu wanasubuka. Kama vile Njuguna amesema juu amekuwa Naivasha referral hospital. Sasa hivi Mheshimiwa Speaker, mwenye supply chakula amekatalia kusupply kwa sababu hajalipwa over 400 million. Sasa wagonjwa wako lakini chakula hakuna. So naomba tu tutakapopitisha tuweze kushughulikia hao ambao wamekuwa na tumekuwa na deni zao. Asante.
The Honourable Member for Andani, that would be gross, that would be serious. Chairman, Health, you visited, and so we also do not want to be in a situation where there are patients in a hospital and there is no food for them. So that is serious. So are you able to confirm that the Honourable Member for Viwandani, the hospital lies in your ward? Is that the situation?
Yes, of course. Watu wanakunywa uji kikombe kimoja, Honourable Speaker. It is dangerous, it is bad, na ni ukweli venye iko, na mwenye alikuwa ana supply chakula Saizi amekatalia. Na ni ukweli, kama Virginia anaweza kuambia, ama najua simu zinaendaga kwetu sisi kila siku, kila saa. The situation ni mbaya. Hata yeye hii hawana ya kutumia pesa ya hospitali. That one I can confirm. Hata kwa simu upigie medsup usikie.
The Honorable Chairperson, Committee on Health, even as we proceed with the matter before the House, what can you comment about that situation?
Mr. Speaker, because we already have a report that we are generating, we are going to table reports and also provide the mitigations and cushion the facility from the current vagaries that they are going through. Some of the debts, Mr. Speaker, came from the time of COVID. That's when actually the burden of the facilities were eroded onto them. And that's why we would wish, actually, Mr. Speaker, if there will be some waivers from the department, these facilities be assisted with some of the waivers, they be given some monies, Mr. Speaker, maybe perhaps during supplementary, Mr. Speaker, so that at least we can be able now to aid those facilities. However, Mr. Speaker, though honorable member have raised there is a cause of harm, I believe that the department plus the facilities, they are doing something to make sure that the members of the public who usually go to seek for services are aided appropriately and they are given the correct relation that they are supposed to get as prescribed by the medics. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I believe the report is going actually to bring in a broader perspective, or we are going to inform the House and the members of the public via that report in a broader way, because we were just there last week, Mr. Speaker. Well, I wish that we be given time to discuss that report and table it so that it can be able to address us appropriately, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Honourable Member for the... Sorry, there is an issue of precedence. The Honourable Deputy Speaker, and then the Honourable Minority Whip.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I want to rise to support this motion of debt in our county and say this is a very serious issue, Mr. Speaker. We are talking about our local suppliers and contractors. The 1.8 billion that you are talking about, Mr. Speaker, is the money that is supposed to be in our surrounding economy. And these are very big implications. I have friends of mine who have been even lost properties due to what we are calling the pending bills. And I hope that the budget that we are yet to pass has addressed this issue, because I understand sometimes this year, there is a circular that came from Treasury that the so-called the pending bills should be the first charge in our budgets. So I think going forward, we are going to address this issue of pending bills, which has, you know, Mr. Speaker, sir, talking about the defunct local authorities. It is now almost 10 years we are talking about debts. A debt of 10 years, that is not a debt, that is a bad debt. And I think it's high time for the government to address this issue. I want to take this opportunity to address the national government, because most of these issues emanate from the late disbursement of money. We are in the last week of the financial year, Mr. Speaker, sir. I am just coming from the other side where the contractors are pushing for their payments, and you can see the rush that is there. Up to now, the national government, I hear that monies are still pending. So it's high time the national government take this issue of pending bills seriously and support devolution, because we are saying devolution is at stake, and the only people who can support this is the national government through early disbursement and timely disbursement of finances to our county government. So with that, I want to support, and hoping that in our budget that we are yet to pass, this issue of debt is going to be addressed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, as I support.
Thank you. The Honourable Minority Whip.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First of all, I would like to appreciate the committee for the work they've done to make us understand the debts we are having as a county. Mr. Speaker, as my colleagues who have talked before me, they've highlighted the issue of the defunct authorities. Mr. Speaker, I believe when the county government of devolution came into power, these are debts which should have been sorted out by the national government. But because it was not done and it's our people, Mr. Speaker, I believe we need to look at ways and means of paying these people. Mr. Speaker, although the Chair Health has talked about the report we are coming up with, Mr. Speaker, we have suppliers who had supplied our hospitals in 2020, from 2020 to 2022. Mr. Speaker, these people have not been paid. There are some who might even have died because of stress and depression. So it's a high time as a county government now not to keep on rolling over the debts from one government to the other, and make sure that during our time, we go in history as the county government of Nakuru, which managed to sort the bills, even if it's not all of them. At least we make sure that we pay the debts which have been incurred and who have supplied, all have delivered services to our people. Having a debt of 1.something billion, it's a serious matter, Mr. Speaker, and I hope that because you have factored some of them in the current budget, we shall be able to pay and make sure that these people are paid. We have the pending bills on the development issues, Mr. Speaker, considering that most of these contractors, they go to banks, they get loans so that they can be able to do the work they've tendered for. Mr. Speaker, if these people are not paid, we see that they are losing their properties. Some people are getting auctioned by the banks. And Mr. Speaker, we have in history people who have died because of depression. And when the bank comes to auction their properties, they are not able to cope up with the stress. So, Mr. Speaker, as the committee has come up with this debt resolution, let us make sure that we do the necessary. Also, on the issue of collecting own source revenue, we should up our game, because that is one way of making sure that we are able to pay the debts we have as a county. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support, and I know we are going somewhere because kula deni ni kulipa. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. The member for Malewa.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm in support of this motion. Honorable Speaker, most people, especially from this county, are mentally ill. People have died, people are buried because of this issue of pending bills. Honorable Speaker, you've never seen a supplier.
Honorable Member from Malewa.
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
That is a serious allegation. So are you able to substantiate, or do you have evidence to that effect?
Okay, Honorable Speaker, I want to mean that due to issue and stress, yeah, the issue of stress is due to the pending bills, Honorable Speaker. It's affecting most of the suppliers on health-wise, Honorable Speaker. So you find most people are suffering from the pressure, the diabetes, the strokes, due to maybe you have acquired a certain loan amount of money through the financials, and you're hoping that maybe within a period of a month or 2 months you'll be paid. Unfortunately, it ended up you are not being paid. So, Honorable Speaker, with this allocation, we will be able to settle out the issue of those who are suffering. And I'm wondering, because what Honorable Muraya from Gwandani have just concluded, it's evident that we were there as a health committee. And I'm wondering, those who are supplying, if it reached to a point where they will fear they will not be paid, what will happen to that facility, Honorable Speaker? So it's good we give it a priority, and those people be their dues being settled, and everything will run smoothly. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first and foremost, I want to appreciate members of this House because of the great concerns that they have given. Mr. Speaker, there is a time that we have gone to hospitals and we have found facilities struggling because even the suppliers, the food suppliers, for instance, in Naivasha, level 4 hospital, Mr. Speaker, they are not even able to meet their own debts at the moment. Within the budget, Mr. Speaker, the county has shown the interest of covering these debts, Mr. Speaker. But even in future, Mr. Speaker, I wish that our county can have proper strategies on how to curb the debts within this county. And I want to appreciate that even before we go on with the budget, first of all, we have to pass the debt strategy management paper, Mr. Speaker. This is a good sign that we are headed in the positive direction. And our hope as a committee is that the recommendations that we've given to the county treasury will be followed to the latter, Mr. Speaker, so that in the next 3 years, Nakuru County will be out of debts, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish to stop at that. Thank you for the support.
Thank you, Chair. I now want to put it to question. The question is that this House adopts the report of the committee on budget and appropriations on the medium-term debt management strategy paper 2025 laid on the table of the Assembly during the morning sitting. As many who are of that opinion say aye. As many who are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, motion.
There is a motion by the Honorable Chairperson, Committee on Budget and Appropriations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to bring to the floor of this House the report of Committee on Budget Appropriation on the budget estimates of the year 2025-2026, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I will start with appreciation to you and the House and the side of the Executive for the good coordination that you've given us. On the 30th of April this year, Mr. Speaker, a document was brought to this House, and within that document that was tabled within this House, the document entailed the budget for the Nakuru County financial year 2025-2026. Mr. Speaker, sir, the committee has followed all the mandates that we have been given, among them examine the bills related to the county budget, including appropriation bills, and evaluate tax estimates within this budget. Mr. Speaker, the committee has done a retreat within itself, and we have also had a chance to interact with different departments from the side of the Executive. We started with the Department of Roads. We've gone through education. We have gone to health, Mr. Speaker. We have also sat with the board, of which you chair the board, the Assembly board, Mr. Speaker. We have gone to an extent, Mr. Speaker, as a committee, that we have engaged members of this Assembly in a retreat, and they have seen and investigated this budget this financial year, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the examination of the year 2025-2026 budget estimates, Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Section 129 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, the budget estimates and related documents for the county executive county assembly were submitted to the county assembly on the 30th of April 2025. Before this, Mr. Speaker, we have gone through the CFSP, we have gone through the annual development plan, Mr. Speaker, we have gone through the debt management paper, Mr. Speaker. As such, Mr. Speaker, we feel that as a committee, there is nothing that would hinder the process of this budget to move on, Mr. Speaker. So let me appreciate the members of my committee because of their unwavering support and the long nights that we have spent trying to balance documents here and there. Honorable Speaker, this is the third budget to be prepared under the new county administration, which is aligned to the Governor's Manifesto and the Kenya Kwanza administration that supports the bottom-up economic agenda. The county government proposes to maintain a balanced budget with expenditure equaling the revenue projections. The projected expenditure will thus be a total of 22.3 billion Kenyan shillings. The expenditure will comprise of 14.8 billion Kenyan shillings, that is 66.6% for the recurrent expenditure, and 7.4 billion, that is 33.4% for the development expenditure. Honorable Speaker, the development expenditure will include Kenyan shillings 1.65 billion, that is 45% of the budget that will go to the ward level, and a table at the end of this document entails each and every ward the amount that has gone to the awards, Mr. Speaker. This is a progressive way, Mr. Speaker, because other counties always cry that they don't have ward fund, Mr. Speaker. Ours here in Nakuru, we are spending 45% for the MCAs and the public in each and every 55 wards, Mr. Speaker, to indicate what they would want done there, Mr. Speaker, in the awards. This is under the Revenue Allocation Act of 2018. Honorable Speaker, Article 218(2) of the Constitution of Kenya requires division of revenue between the two levels of government and across county government to take into account the criteria set out in Article 203(1) of the Constitution. The criteria include factors such as national interest, public debt, and other national obligations and needs for the disadvantaged groups and areas, among others, Mr. Speaker. We have gone through the debt paper, Mr. Speaker, as one of the requirements that we need in assuming everything within the budget. The Division Revenue Bill 2025, Honorable Speaker, had proposed to allocate county governments Kenyan shillings nationally 405.1 billion for the financial year 2025-2026 as equitable share of revenue raised nationally in accordance to Article 203(1) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. The mediation committee constituted by the two houses of parliament agreed to allocate county governments 415 billion as equitable share. The above mediated allocation for equitable share is likely to lead to marginal increase in the county allocation of the financial year 2025-2026. The legal compliance of our budget, Mr. Speaker, is well indicated, and when you go to PFM Act 129(2)(a) of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, Mr. Speaker, the compliance is there, and the committee has ensured that we have followed all that, including Article 130(b) 5 of the Public Financial Management Act, PFM Act 2012. The budget network for the financial year 2025-26 and the medium term, Mr. Speaker. The summary of 2025-2026 budget estimates. Honorable Speaker, the county in the financial year 2025-2026 has projected a total budget of Kenyan shillings 22 billion 360 million 132,203 Kenyan shillings, exclusive of the exchequer balances comprising of compensation to employees at 8.4 billion Kenyan shillings, use of goods and services at 6.4 billion Kenyan shillings, development expenditure of 7.4%, Mr. Speaker. So compensation to employees is at 37.6%, use of goods at 29%, and development expenditure at 33.4%. Budget hearing, Mr. Speaker. The committee organized different forums. Members can remember that we went for public participations at the grassroots levels, Mr. Speaker, and we also went for budget validation across all the 11 constituencies, Mr. Speaker. We did public participation across all the 55 wards, Mr. Speaker, and today, Mr. Speaker, we are here as an assembly to meet the legality of this budget, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the public, through submission of memoranda, made the following recommendations, which the committee have considered in the finalization of this report. Some of the proposals include involvement of PWDs in public participation, especially in issues identifying the specific assertive devices, Mr. Speaker. Encroachment of riparian land, wetland degradation, and road tree covers, low budget absorption, and unmet revenue targets, budget cuts to strategic departments and programs, funding of national government functions, slow budget implementation, and realistic revenue targets in budget financing. Mr. Speaker, we have the financing of this budget on page 11 that we state that will be financed with local revenue, that our local revenue that we target this year is 2.4 billion Kenyan shillings. We have the FIF, Facility Improvement Fund, of 2.17 billion Kenyan shillings, and physical balance amounting to 1.4 billion, conditional grants amounting to 1.8 billion, and equitable share of 14.3 billion Kenyan shillings, amounting to a total of 22.36 billion Kenyan shillings. On page 12, Mr. Speaker, the committee has prepared a table that members can follow from local sources, facility improvement, all the way to CRA equitable share of 14.3 billion, Mr. Speaker. The total on that you'll get to 22.3 billion. Key priorities area for the financial year 2025-2026. Office of the Governor, Mr. Speaker, sir. The Office of the Governor and Deputy Governor Department draws its mandate from the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Within that, Mr. Speaker, we have the national, international fora signs, county bills to draw, and also governor's warrants, which allows money to be drawn from county revenue fund as per PFM regulations. Mr. Speaker, we have indicated as a committee the highlights of that within page 13 of that, and of much concern to the committee, we indicated within the report. The allocation there will have executive 70 million for emergency fund fully. So we shall be having 70 million that will go to emergencies within Nakuru County. Training of staff, allocation of 10 million for donations, Mr. Speaker. Purchase and installation of an e-cabinet, Miss HQ and Milimani boards. These are the new offices that we have within the county at 10 million Kenyan shillings. Equipping and modernization of registries at 5 million. The Office of the Governor and Deputy Governor Department, Honorable Speaker, has been allocated a total of Kenyan shilling 372 million Kenyan shilling, which is merely 1.8% of the entire budget, and comprises of 105 million for the compensation of employees and 251 for operation and maintenance, and 15 million Kenyan shillings for development expenditure. County Treasury, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, under PFM Act 2012, the County Treasury is mandated to coordinate the preparation of the annual budgets, guide and control implementation of the same. Other obligations include management of the county public debt, mobilization of county physical resources for budget needs. Mr. Speaker, under this treasury, we have allocation of completion and equipping of the county treasury block, of which finally the blocks will be complete at 81 million Kenyan shillings. Allocation for solidarization revenue offices worth Kenyan shillings, 10 million Kenyan shillings. Allocation for 4.3% administrative cost of revenue. Valuation of assets at 5 million Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker. You have payments of pending bills from KPLC to others, KRA, and the other RAP fund, Mr. Speaker. And we have indicated each and everything there. In this department, Mr. Speaker, we shall be having 2.2 billion Kenyan shillings within this financial year. That will be 10.2%. County Public Service Board, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the County Public Service Board is incorporated under Section 57 of the County Government Act with perpetual succession, a common seal, and a capable suing. Mr. Speaker, within this department, Mr. Speaker, we have ensured that capacity development of boards, staff recruitment as per departmental request, the habilitation of board offices at Kenyan shillings 3 million. Mr. Speaker, this department has been allocated 95.6 million Kenyan shillings, which is 0.4% of the entire county budget, and comprises of 45.1 for compensation to employees, Kenyan shillings 47.5 for operation, maintenance, and Kenyan shillings 3 million for development expenditure. Trade, cooperative, tourism, and culture, Mr. Speaker. Within this department, the literature members can go through the literature, but within this department, Mr. Speaker, allocation of Kenyan shillings 105 million for conditional grant on aggregated industrial park. We have allocation of Kenyan shillings 19 million for rehabilitation of existing markets, allocation of Kenyan shillings 80 million for county aggregate industrial park program counterpart funding. This department will be having 422 million. That is 1.9% of the budget. Mr. Speaker, we have the health department. The health department, Honorable Speaker, wishes to undertake some of the following projects and programs in the next financial year. Implement an allocation of 23.5 million for Danida Capital. Implement an allocation of Kenyan shillings 10 million for Nutrition International as a conditional grant. Payment of outstanding balances, plant machinery, medical and dental equipment for level 4-5 hospitals. Mr. Speaker, purchase of medical furniture at PGH FIF, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on health, we have gone further and detailed each and every part, but of major importance is construction of level 4 hospital at Rongai Sub-County Phase 3. We have allocated for Rongai 115 million Kenyan shillings for that purpose. We have also done construction of a level 4 hospital in Kuresoi North Sub-County Phase 3, also at 115 million. The rehabilitation of level 2 and 3 facilities, we have given that 29 million Kenyan shillings. Purchase of medical equipments for PGH, Naivasha, Gilgil, Maternity, and Elbagon at around 15 million Kenyan shillings. On this, Mr. Speaker, the committee really went into details because the Committee on Health welcomed us to visit different hospitals. And we found a hospital like Naivasha, Mr. Speaker, sir, if that facility was well equipped, Mr. Speaker, the FIF within that hospital would shoot very, very high. And we felt, as members of this committee, that we need, not just for Naivasha, but we need equipment across many hospitals. Completion of Moro Sub-County Hospital Auxiliary Works at 28 million Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker. We have had the other literature above there, Mr. Speaker, and members can follow on that. This list goes further, Mr. Speaker, to even Orenguruoni. We shall be purchasing some equipment for Orenguruoni Hospital. Completion of Naivasha Level 4 Hospital, HDU, ICU Auxiliary Works, Mr. Speaker, at 16 million, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, some of the details that the committee has captured from an active committee like in health, Mr. Speaker, we have found out that some of these hospitals, for instance, Naivasha only has like 3 ICU beds within that facility, and we know the amount of accidents and things that are happening around our roads and around the same areas, Mr. Speaker, and we found it only better. We have purchase of plant machinery at Moro Level 4 Hospital, Mr. Speaker, at 18 million. Purchase of medical equipment at the same hospital, Moro Level 4 at 30 million, Mr. Speaker. Completion of Njoro Level 4 Hospital at 27 million Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker. And we also, when we complete the work, Mr. Speaker, we were also bringing the equipment part, Mr. Speaker. And that's why you'll find it, like in Moro, Mr. Speaker, and in Njoro, we complete the hospital and we equip that hospital, Mr. Speaker. Purchase, we have completion of Subukia Level 4 Hospital at 16 million Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker, and we also equip it at 20 million Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker. So most of the hospitals this financial year, Mr. Speaker, will be completed and equipped at the same time, Mr. Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, the Department of Health took 40.1% of our budget, Mr. Speaker, and that was at 8.2 billion Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker. Within the infrastructure, Mr. Speaker, members can go through the literature that we have had there, Mr. Speaker, but the department wishes to undertake the following in the next financial year: rehabilitation of plants and equipments at 19 million Kenyan shillings, rehabilitation of drainages at 8 million Kenyan shillings, road safety programs at 500,000, maintenance of public works building at 400,000, Mr. Speaker. Construction of acceleration and deceleration lanes at PGH level 5 in London Ward, Nakuru East Sub-County at 24 million Kenyan shillings. Mr. Speaker, you realize that when you go to PGH, the committee has noted with concern that there is so much congestion and the road is so narrow at that juncture, Mr. Speaker. And an amount has been allocated, 24 million Kenyan shillings, to ensure that deceleration and acceleration is all going on well. We have the wish to also rehabilitate the Wakurima markets access roads in the Biashara Ward, Nakuru East Sub-County at 7.6 million Kenyan shillings. Cabro draining works at Kuresoi Center access roads in Kiptororo Ward, Kuresoi North at 24 million Kenyan shillings. Decommissioning of Kiro Old Bridge and construction of a new bridge at River Makaria in Radeward, Joro Sub-County at 3 million Kenyan shillings. Mr. Speaker, you can see the minority leader having a smile for that. Further on, Mr. Speaker, the department has allocated Kenyan shillings 25 million for the maintenance of rural urban roads through Imarisha program, Mr. Speaker. Within that, Mr. Speaker, I would want to appreciate that members of this House have contributed also to the program of Imarisha, and we have 97.2 million Kenyan shillings for the works that will be happening within Imarisha, Mr. Speaker, sir. The Infrastructure Department, Honorable Speaker, has been allocated Kenyan shillings 1.5 billion Kenyan shillings. Agriculture, livestock, fisheries, and veterinary services, Mr. Speaker, they have given us their program, Mr. Speaker, and we have the NAV CDP at 151.5 million Kenyan shillings. We have BDP at 10 million Kenyan shillings. We have IFAD, that is Conditional Grant Kenya Livestock Commercialization Project at 38 million Kenyan shillings. The literature thereafter, Mr. Speaker, many members can follow that through their tabs, Mr. Speaker. This department will spend 770 million Kenyan shillings, that is 3.7% of the entire county budget. Water, environment, energy, and natural resources, and climate change, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this department will have counter funds for of Kenyan shillings 111 million Kenyan shillings to implement climate change mitigation program under FROCA, Mr. Speaker. Borehole drilling, casing, and screens and gravel parking materials at 5 million Kenyan shillings. We have construction rehabilitation of surprise existing system at 6 million Kenyan shillings. We have fabrication of skip loading system compactor tractor at 4.0 million Kenyan shillings. Rehabilitation of Gioto dam site, access roads, and automation at 1.5 million Kenyan shillings. Rehabilitation of Maimahiu disposal site at 1.5 million Kenyan shillings. I know the monies are not enough because many members would have wanted even the Naivasha part of the dam site to be rehabilitated, Mr. Speaker, because there is agony within the same area. So that one, there is a promise to be factored, whether at the supplementary level. The Department of Water, Energy and Environment, Mr. Speaker, will spend 967.3 million Kenyan shillings. That is 4.4% of the entire county budget. Public service, devolution, citizen management, disaster management, and humanitarian assistance, Mr. Speaker. This department will be having installation of fire engine, refill, storage tanks, and hydrants at Maimahio, Gilgil, and Moro at 15 million Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker. The department wishes to undertake also implement conditional grant for KDSP 2 level 2 grant of Kenyan shillings 352.5 million Kenyan shillings. Land physical planning, housing, and urban development, Mr. Speaker. In this department, Mr. Speaker, we wish to implement conditional grant for World Bank, for Kenya Informal Settlement Project KISIP 2, 100 million Kenyan shillings, survey and titling of Maimahiu, Banita, and site services, Naivasha, at 12 million Kenyan shillings. Survey and titling of Rare, Sarga, Nakuru Municipality, Block 1, at 12 million Kenyan shillings. Preparation of integrated spatial development plan for Njoro Township at 8.5 million Kenyan shillings. Development of regeneration of master plan for Maunarok and Maimahiu at Kenyan shillings, 8.5 million Kenyan shillings. This department will take 1.4% of the county budget, that is 310 million Kenyan shillings. Education, ICT, e-government, and public communication. Mr. Speaker, this department will see implementation of conditional allocation for rehabilitation of youth polytechnics at Kenyan shillings, 143.8 million Kenyan shillings. So all the polytechnics that we have, Mr. Speaker, they have been factored here, Mr. Speaker. And I wish that if members have these polytechnics within their own wards, of course, some members don't have polytechnics in their wards, but follow up with the department so that they are well equipped or they are rehabilitated. Supply of ECD, ICT learning materials, this for the young ones within the society, that is at 7.4 million Kenyan shillings. Equipping of Chandera, Silent, and Kongasi's Vocational Training Center, that is, I think, some of them within Gilgil, at 6.4 million Kenyan shillings. Completion of Nakuru VCT Resource Center at 2.5 million Kenyan shillings. Mr. Speaker, from the side of the HQ, Her Excellency has committed to give 175 million Kenyan shillings for bursaries, Mr. Speaker, and that will translate to this, Mr. Speaker, that each and every ward within Nakuru County, from the kitty of Her Excellency the Governor, will be receiving 3 million Kenyan shillings for bursaries, and Her Excellency will have a kitty of 10 million and 20 million for Governor Scholarship Program, and further bursary enhancement from the ward kitty amounting to 220 million Kenyan shillings. So, Mr. Speaker, if we do our mathematics, the total bursaries that we shall be giving out, we shall be giving 220 million plus 175 million Kenyan shillings. That will be going. There is a list, Mr. Speaker, attached on page 30 for all the wards that have enhanced their bursaries within this financial year, Mr. Speaker. So it's good for members to confirm that you have your numbers there. You have your updated money there. To support ECD schools, Mr. Speaker, sir, we have the UJI program that will be receiving 198 million Kenyan shillings to support learners and improve the education outcomes. Mr. Speaker, it's worth noting that as a committee, we have also noted the huge numbers of pupils that have joined these ECDs. We started with around 60-something million Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker, and in my own ward, Mr. Speaker, there was a very big increment of retrue ones coming even from private schools, Mr. Speaker, to join public ECDs for the purpose of just having a meal or just having that uji there, Mr. Speaker. Youth, so the Department of Education, ICT, e-government and public communication has in its coffers 7.6% of our budget. Youth, gender, sports, social services and inclusivity, Mr. Speaker. In this department, we have allocated 27.5 million Kenyan shillings for disability fund, Mr. Speaker. And this fund, Mr. Speaker, must be actualized, Mr. Speaker, because our own young people are struggling, Mr. Speaker. 27.5 million for sports development, that is 500,000 per ward, 8 million for Kikoska, and 2 million for the Kisa Games, Mr. Speaker. Completion of Njoro Drop-In Rehabilitation Center at 5.5 million Kenyan shillings. Equipping of Keringet High Altitude Sports Academy in Keringet at about 10 million Kenyan shillings. Honorable Speaker, the department will take 1.6% of the total budget that we have, Mr. Speaker. And when you go to page 33 on your tabs, honorable members, you will get that to support youth, women, youth and women through purchase of equipments for empowerment and sporting activities across the county. There is an allocation from the ward level that members have allocated at around 139 million Kenyan shillings. You have it there. And we have also purchase of tools and small equipment also indicated there, Mr. Speaker, at around 125. So the subtotal of that will be 139. The municipalities, Mr. Speaker, we start with Naivasha municipality. There is wishes to undertake the following in the next financial: construction of Naivasha disaster and risk reduction station. This is a conditional grant at around 80 million, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we shall have cable pavings within Naivasha and its environs, Mr. Speaker, at around 29 million Kenyan shillings. We shall be having tarmacking within Naivasha municipality at around 125 million Kenyan shillings. We shall be having purchase of skip loader truck and 15 number skip bins at 21 million Kenyan shillings. Construction of the South Lake bus parks, that will be in 2 wards, Mr. Speaker. That's at around 35 million Kenyan shillings. The Department of Naivasha municipality has been allocated 2.4% of the total budget. Office of the County Attorney, Mr. Speaker. In this office, Mr. Speaker, we shall, on the instruction of the county, represent the county executive in courts or any other legal proceedings which the county executive is party other than criminal proceedings. In this, Mr. Speaker, we are allocating 3 million Kenyan shillings for equipping of legal resources center worth Kenyan shillings, 3 million Kenyan shillings. Department Office of the County Attorney has been allocated 0.3% of the entire budget, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, you will remember that there was a petition from honorable people within Nakuru, and they wanted this function to be totally, the legal services to be accommodated within our budget, within county, so that we don't hire people from out there to defend the county. But at the moment, Mr. Speaker, you can see we are only according them 0.3% of the total budget that we have, Mr. Speaker. Nakuru City, Mr. Speaker, sir. The department wishes to undertake the following in the next financial year: construction of Mohoro Road and its complementary facilities at 100 million Kenyan shillings. We have construction of Moi Street Roads, NMT, and other complementary facilities at 70 million. Construction of 0.8 kilometer Olive Inn Loop Road and its complementary facilities of 60 million Kenyans. That means we shall also be doing writing the drainages there, Mr. Speaker. Construction of non-motorized transport facility phase 2 from KCB Bank to West Side Mall at 50 million Kenyan shillings. Development of bicycle bays at 2 million Kenyan shillings. We have installation of temporary sanitation facilities in Nakuru West at 2 million Kenyan shillings. This budget will be 2.8%. In Molo municipality, Mr. Speaker, sir, we have Cabro paving of Turi Market at 4 million Kenyan shillings. Renovation and construction of toilets within the municipality of Moro at 11 million Kenyan shillings. Construction of Keep Left public toilet at 2.5 million Kenyan shillings. Construction of Turi public toilet at 2 million Kenyan shillings. Construction of Keep Left bus park at 12 million Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker, sir. This will be taking 0.8% of our budget, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have next is Gilgil municipality, Mr. Speaker, sir. The department, Honorable Speaker, wishes to implement this. Implement conditional grants for Kenya urban support projects, that is at 93.3 million Kenyan shillings. Mr. Speaker, you also remember last financial year we gave them 50 million for the works, and the works are ongoing. Tamaking at Karate Center at 40 million Kenyan shillings. Rehabilitation of Gilgil Stadium at 12 million Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker. This will be 1.0% of the total budget. County Assembly of Nakuru, Mr. Speaker. This is the house that we sit in, Mr. Speaker. The department, Honorable Speaker, will undertake the following in the next financial year. Construction of members' office and parking worth Kenyan shillings 250 million. Pass legislative laws that will impact the county positively, Mr. Speaker. There is so much within that, Mr. Speaker, but also apart from this, honorable members, you know, the county assembly does not have much funds for other things other than the salaries and ensuring that the agenda of this assembly, the legislative agenda and the laws are done. Mr. Speaker, this department also took members on a workshop, Mr. Speaker, and the budget committee was able to go through each and every nitty-gritty, Mr. Speaker, and even the agenda of the members' welfare has been taken care of, and I can say on Hansard that the 42 members affected previously by other factors of within this assembly have been factored in this assembly, Mr. Speaker, sir. We have allocated 35 million Kenyan shillings for that purpose, and Honorable Speaker, your office will help members. Recommendations to the committee, the recommendation that the committee is making, Mr. Speaker, to the county treasury. The county treasury is directed to focus on ensuring completion of ongoing projects, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we as a committee have decided that in each and every sub-county within this budget, we should not be having any ongoing project that is not complete, Mr. Speaker. And as we draw to do our budget even next year, Mr. Speaker, we'll be checking on how many projects have not been completed. And Mr. Speaker, we urge the members from last financial year that if you do a classroom, an ECD classroom, do a classroom and equip that classroom so that the side of the executive, they'll bring the personnel, Mr. Speaker. If you do a hospital in your ward, Mr. Speaker, members are advised that you do the hospital and you do the equipping of those hospitals, Mr. Speaker, so that we don't have a makeshift of a class or a makeshift of a hospital, we don't have equipment. And that's why you have seen within this budget, Mr. Speaker, the committee has strongly stood with equipment and completion of each and every project. And I know the coming financial year, starting on July 1st, we should be looking at opening of projects within Nakuru County at a very, very high rate, Mr. Speaker. The county treasury is further advised to deepen the process of public engagement in identification and presentation of the programs and projects. When we have gone through public participation, Mr. Speaker, we have seen that the citizens of this country have woken up and they want to be involved in each and every process of budget planning, and more so on identifying of projects. I was with many members and I saw the challenge on the ground, and the people want to know what is happening with the public funds, Mr. Speaker. And this is the only way that we can go positively. But I want to say thumbs up to members of this House, because from April 30th, when this document came in, we have moved the journey together. I beg to move, Mr. Speaker, and ask Honorable Wanjohi to second this document, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move.
Thank you, the Honorable Chair. The Honorable Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion that has been very well read by our budget chair. Mr. Speaker, like he has rightly said, we did public participation for this particular budget. We did project validation. And Mr. Speaker, this year we also extended further, where we were able to consult all the departments. They were given the same copy of the budget to go through, and they made their recommendations. Mr. Speaker, we also went ahead to engage the public through the local media, and this was made public to everybody. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, the document that has been presented by our chairman is a document that is in the public domain, which all members have access to. Mr. Speaker, it's a lengthy document that he has presented for almost 1 hour. Mr. Speaker, the lion's share of the budget goes to the hospitals. And Mr. Speaker, in our earlier discussion when we had the debts resolution paper, Mr. Speaker, there was the issue of health being discussed at length. And Mr. Speaker, if the members have noted carefully, we are doing a lot of in health. We are doing the completion of the facilities that were begun in the last regime, and we are also doing new ones, for example, in Molo, Kresoi South, Rongai, Subukia, and all that. Mr. Speaker, even as we implement on the budget, it is important for the members to note that, Mr. Speaker, as a budget committee, we are asking our members not to go further and construct more rooms in the name of health facilities. Because, Mr. Speaker, we have a challenge with the current ones. They have not been complete, and we need to equip them, and we also need to have the personnel. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I welcome the budget that has been presented by the budget that we have passed here, we wish to pass today. Mr. Speaker, we also need to pay our workers, we need to pay the casuals, we need to pay the debts that have been discussed in this assembly. However, Mr. Speaker, as we pass the budget today, which I ask the members to do, it is important, Mr. Speaker, that we implement these projects on time. When we went for the public validation, I was in Naivasha and Gilgil, and I was also in Jolo. The concern that came with the members of the public is that we had taken too long to implement on these projects. Mr. Speaker, some of our projects has taken fairly longer time because some of the contractors that were given that work, I would say they were financially incapable. For example, the bridge that has been read here, there's a Kilo Bridge. That bridge was begun in the year 2023, and to date, Mr. Speaker, it has not been completed. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, we ask the various departments, we've done our work as an assembly, and therefore the various departments to look further and go and supervise, do the procurements on time, and particularly on the roads. Currently, we are doing roads in our respective wards. And the challenge that we are going through, Mr. Speaker, is that the rains are on. Mr. Speaker, therefore, because the chair for roads is here, we want our roads now, as soon as we pass the budget, we want the BQs to be made on time so that we hit the road so that by the month of December and January and February, preferably when the rains have not started, we have the roads going on. Mr. Speaker, I support and I second the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, the Honourable Member for Rare, who is also the leader of Minority Party. I will now propose the motion that is that pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 210-6, this House adopts the report of the Committee on Budget and Appropriations on the budget estimates for the financial year 2025-2026, laid on the table of the Assembly during the morning sitting. The motion is open for debate. The Honourable Member for Hell's Gate, and then the Honourable Member for Elbagon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First of all, I do recommend the Committee on Budget, led by the Chair, Hon Alex, for a job well done. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy that the budget 25-26 has factored so much on equipping the hospitals. Mr. Speaker, we have buildings which were built in our hospitals all over the county. Every sub-county has a level 4 hospital, and most of them have not been equipped, Mr. Speaker. And in this budget, I see most of them have been equipped. Like my Mahio level 4 hospital, which has been a thorn in the flesh, I see it has been allocated money for everything from equipping to compression. Mr. Speaker, I hope the relevant department, that is Department of Health, will do the necessary to make sure that the work is done within the stipulated time. That is before we close the year 25-26, and I hope those hospitals will be the first to be worked on. Also on the issue of roads, Mr. Speaker, I see we have the Imarisha and also members. I commend the members because most of the members have added something or some money in the ward kitty to go to the Imarisha. Because if there is a department or a sector which is ailing and which is not doing so well, it's the road department. Considering, Mr. Speaker, infrastructure informs any other development which happens in a particular area. Mr. Speaker, we see there is also money allocated to the municipalities, although the city has taken the lion's share, but I also appreciate like Moro and Kilgil, which are new municipalities, they have something or there is money set aside for development in those areas. Also in Naivasha, Mr. Speaker, I see apart from the CBD, there is money, 125 million, which has been allocated for other areas which are in the municipality. I hope there are some wards like Olkaria, Hell's Gate, and Naivasha East, which will be factored in the state budget. So, Mr. Speaker, I see even the issue of debt paying. The Treasury has allocated money for paying debts, which we have talked about in our earlier debate. Mr. Speaker, it's also prudent to say that for this to happen, we have to enhance and increase our own source revenue. Because as you look at it, we have not been doing it so well on own source revenue. And that means that in the course of the budget, because the 22 billion is informed even with the money we shall collect as own source revenue, so the Department of Finance and the Committee on Finance should make sure that we increase our own revenue collection and the FIF. Mr. Speaker, it's my hope that in this financial year, that is 25-26, the big queues will be prepared on time so that at the end of the day, we shall be able to utilize the state funds within the stipulated time. Also, it's prudent to say that no development money is returned to the Treasury. Development money and projects are always rolled over because, Mr. Speaker, we have readers who don't understand about the budget and how the budget works, and you see them inciting the wananchi that we are returning back to the Treasury or the money will get lost. I would like to say categorically on Hansard that no development money is lost. The projects are rolled over if not done. But as we pass this budget, because I know we shall pass the budget, I insist that the national government or the national treasury should give us our share, the county share, according to the rules and also at the right time, because so that we can be able to work and use the development money within the financial year we are looking forward to. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to support, and I hope the honorable members will have gone through the document and will also support. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The member for Elbagon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this report from the Budget Committee, but also, Mr. Speaker, to caution the House, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have tendencies and habits of passing documents that at the end of the day, they take a long time to be implemented. Mr. Speaker, on the course of this year, we had to sit down as a committee of the whole actually to push the departments and to push the executive to implement the budget of the current fiscal year that we are ending in some few days, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, therefore, I have seen a lot of monies that have gone to departments. I've seen monies that have gone to municipalities. My humble request, Mr. Speaker, is the way we did, Mr. Speaker, we start early. Through the chairperson of the budget and the chairperson of the implementation, I would wish that once we pass this budget, Mr. Speaker, we call for the committee of the whole so that we can sit down and scrutinize this budget and request the department to start taking the BQs on time so that, Mr. Speaker, we stop procrastinating and roaring over budgets that are not actually there, just on the paper, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the second thing is on the issues of municipalities and cities. It's long time, Mr. Speaker. These departments, allow me to call them sectors, they are mature now, Mr. Speaker. Let them be given autonomy, Mr. Speaker, so that they can operationalize themselves and they can be able to serve the different areas, Mr. Speaker, that we have. Mr. Speaker, for instance, we have the municipality of Moro that has been given 176 million also, Mr. Speaker. I've seen that is the figure. But that department, or that municipality, Mr. Speaker, will wait for the Department of Rents to operationalize this budget, Mr. Speaker. And the other Department of Rents, they have their own budget, Mr. Speaker. I would move, Mr. Speaker, that the laws that are there for the municipalities, they be allowed to become on autonomy, they be allowed to move, or rather to be doing their own deals at the sub-county level, so that, Mr. Speaker, things can be expedited and so that we can move. Mr. Speaker, we have Honorable Eze here, who was actually there during those de facto municipalities and the county council. And today, Mr. Speaker, somebody was saying he was like a governor. Because, Mr. Speaker, he used to have a flag for the municipality, for the county council, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, he knows that the defunct municipalities used to be autonomy, and they used to work. And the laws have never been repealed, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, I would move, Mr. Speaker, that once we give these departments or other these sectors or other municipalities money, Mr. Speaker, let them operate independently. Mr. Speaker, finally, as a ward of Elbagon or other ward, Elbagon ward, we did set aside 1 million, Mr. Speaker, as a capitation for ECD, Mr. Speaker, so that the ECD going children in Kasarani, in Matweku, and also in Isiri, whereby their parents cannot be able to raise 1,000 per term or 1,500 per term, Mr. Speaker, we can have some buffer amount, Mr. Speaker, to go to those ECDs so that those children, all of them, some of them are actually old, they are 10 years, they have never seen a door to the ECD. That's why we came up with that money, Mr. Speaker. It's not for the porridge, Mr. Speaker. These are not nutrition money. These are monies to go to those schools so that the second teacher can be employed, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, we are requesting that the department take note that these monies, we want them to go to those ECD schools, so that we can operationalize and do our mandate. Mr. Speaker, if you can see the kind of the figures that we have given to the bursary and what we have given to our ECDs, Mr. Speaker, our children and our schools are being understaffed in terms of monies, and that's why we said, for the first time, Let's begin from somewhere, Mr. Speaker, and I'm looking forward to seeing the department coming up with enough procedures to making sure that we have absorbed these monies that are going to those ECDs, so that, Mr. Speaker, the children of this county, and especially of Elbagon, can have a relief because their parents cannot be able to afford the fees, the school fees that they are being charged. Mr. Speaker, we've been taking money to secondaries, to colleges, and to universities. Those are not our mandates. Our mandate is the ECD, and children are suffering, and I call upon even the members here, Mr. Speaker, to divert and take their monies to the ECDs so that those children can be rescued and they can be in school so that they can begin to have the proper education system. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The member for Malewa, and then the member for Shabab.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Once again, I'm Francis Kuria from Malewa Westward. Honorable Speaker, I raise to support this motion, Honorable Speaker. This is the genesis. It's the beginning of transforming our Nakuru County, Honorable Speaker. Being this is the third budget, I'm very happy, Honorable Speaker, because most of our projects have stalled. We have the new projects that need to begin, Honorable Speaker. We need the completion of the ongoing projects, Honorable Speaker. And with the passing of this budget, it will be able to facilitate and fast-track the work that is going on within our ward. Honorable Speaker, being the chair of Infrastructure, Public Works and Transport, I'm happy because we have some kitty on Imarisha, and there are some members who have enhanced the budget through this program on Imarisha, Honorable Speaker, where it will fast track. Remember, we have two ways. We have those who are willingly to work with the contractors, and also the Imarisha program, which I thank Her Excellency Governor for fully supporting this program. Honorable Speaker, if you see, we have a total budget of around 97 million that has been enhanced by honorable members. Remember, this work through Imarisha program, Honorable Speaker, reduces the cost margin that can be or is being done by the contractors. If you compare, it reduces the budget by half. Honorable Speaker, through the municipalities, I've seen we have the new municipalities like Girgil. We have been able, and let me talk of my ward, Malewa West Ward, Honorable Speaker. It's for the first time in history that my people from Malewa West Ward, that a center by the name Karati, will be tarmacked, Honorable Speaker. That is a big mileage, Honorable Speaker, and that's what we call transformation of our Nakuru County. Honorable Speaker, with this budget, we will be able to transform, or we will be able to change, and also it will improve the living standard of the Nakuru residents, Honorable Speaker. I therefore raise to support this motion, Honorable Speaker, in consideration that most of our health facilities, Honorable Speaker, including the Maimahiu facility, which it has some decades not completed, Honorable Speaker, with facilitation and with the big boost from this.
Is it a decade or it's a decade? The honorable member for Malewa and the honorable member for Maimayu, you want to confirm that the hospital has not been done in like a decade? Or?
Mr. Speaker, because honorable member has just mentioned Maimayu, what I can actually confirm, Mr. Speaker, is not a decade, but Mr. Speaker, the drill is too big. That's why Mheshimiwa is saying it's almost a decade, Mr. Speaker. But the drill is big, and our people are highly expecting its completion, Mr. Speaker.
The member for Malewa.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. So I raise to support this motion. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. The member for Shabab, and then the member for Mosop, in that order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Once again, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to commend the chair budget and the committee for a work well done. And Mr. Speaker, just the other day I was talking to the chair budget, and he was telling me that his term is almost coming to an end, and he's going to step down and maybe do some other things. But I'd like to maybe ask him not to do that, and maybe stick to the budgetary issues that he's doing very well, and maybe continue doing it for the next 2 years, as we are here in this House. Mr. Speaker, mine is short and clear. One, because I'm a very contented leader from the great Shaba board, because from this budget, I've seen that for the first time, I'm going to give out 10 million shillings. We are going to give out 10 million shillings as bursaries in our ward at the same time, without even having the first and second disbursement, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, that is an issue that I'd like to commend the chair budget for making it possible for us to give out the whole amount of the bursary amounts. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, to the great people of Shabab, everything that they told us during the validation and during the public participation, Mr. Speaker, has been captured in this budget, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, once again, to the Budget Committee, thank you for listening to what the great people of Shabab said and taking into account their views. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to support the motion.
Member for Masop.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also rise to support the document before us and allow me also to really thank the committee for the work that is well done. When I look at the budget, Mr. Speaker, it is actually well balanced and it is touching on various sectors. You know, now we've been in the House for at least 2.5 years, and we have had a clear touch with the ground to know exactly what the people who honorably elected us to this House needs and require. Their requirements, Mr. Speaker, only becomes wishes and wants until we are able to put some amounts in terms of budgeting so that it can help us to be able to implement and alleviate the sufferings that they have been having in the various things that they have been going through, Mr. Speaker. This one includes, of course, roads, hospitals, and the rest, Mr. Speaker. As I stand also, I'm one very happy person, being in the medical field. And we've seen categorically that the medical department seems to have taken the lion's share of the budget, talking of around 40%, Mr. Speaker. When I was trying to dissect and try to see what exactly is the percentage amounting to, these are things that, of course, are going to help the health sector within this county of Nakuru. We've been having a lot of cries here and there concerning our health sectors in terms of hospitals, staffing, facilities, medicine, and many more other, Mr. Speaker. So when we look at it, we see there's a lot of money that is going to equipping the hospitals. You know, it's hard to work in a hospital, though we have quite a number of them, if we don't have equipments, Mr. Speaker. When I was also listening even to the chair of budget, he commented about us having very few ICU beds, even within our big hospitals, Mr. Speaker. And I think this is also an issue that will have to be revisited, Mr. Speaker. Back during the COVID era, I happen to have been a privileged Kenyan, being among one of the 7 members sitting in the National Board, Medical Practitioners and Dentist Board. And Mr. Speaker, during that time of COVID, we visited several hospitals. Personally, I was tasked to oversee, of course, Bomet, Kericho, Narok, and also the Nakuru County. And during that time, Mr. Speaker, I visited several hospitals. For you to have been a COVID center, there were requirements that were needed, including the number of ICU beds and all that. And during that time, Mr. Speaker, most of these hospitals had so many ICU beds. I really don't know what has happened, aside that as we are talking currently, the big hospitals have no ICU beds, including even the neonatal ICU beds and the rest. Whatever happened after COVID, and it was a requirement, we had several ICU beds. So even as we now come back to put money in terms of equipping these hospitals, I think the Health Committee would also have to revisit and see, because we have reports right from the National Office of those equipments, and we would really want to know what happened to them, because we should not be talking about 3-4 ICU beds in the current status after COVID had become a blessing in disguise at that particular time. Mr. Speaker, as I also looked down, I look at us having even paying for services, even for provision of oxygens and the rest. And those are good amounts, talking of around 6.5 million to service providers. As a medical person also, Mr. Speaker, maybe we would also advise in the near future that we can develop our own oxygen plants, because it is a bit uneconomical to keep on paying over 6 million to service providers, while oxygen plant does not cost so much. Maybe at around 10 million, you will be able to supply enough oxygen within our county, and even be able to sell or supply to other hospitals that would be moving around. Then we also had a lot of it, and those were the recommendations that we had done then while we were at the Medical Council. What has also pleased me, Mr. Speaker, is the ability and the amounts that have been put to the hospitals. I remember when we came to this house, Mr. Speaker, there were some sub-counties which never had level 4s. And of course, Rongai, where I come from, was one of them. We also had some within Kuresoi. And at the beginning, we had put some little amounts so that we are able to have level 4 and being done them and in level with the rest of the sub-counties within the Nakuru County. Today, Mr. Speaker, as even if I lack any other reason of passing the budget, when I look at the amounts that have been allocated to Rongai, that's about 115 million for level 4, which has already picked and started. When I look at Kuresoi, about 115 million, because these were actually some of our dreams that they may also be able to have and enjoy. When I look at Njoro, my neighbor, that there are some amounts that have been put there to be able to finish. It gives me joy, Mr. Speaker, and I hope that even before the expiry of our term, within the 5 years, we would have been able to do substantial work within those hospitals, even to a level of finishing and handing over. Of course, the joy of any facility and use of any amounts is when the mwananchi is able to use a service. It's not only the amounts of money that we put, it is when the service is being felt, Mr. Speaker. So that you don't only talk about, we budgeted for about facilities costing 200 million, and yet it is not complete, and the wananchi are not using. The wananchi will be able to appreciate more when they are completed, handed over, and they'll be offering services. So for the sake of the people I represent within Rongai and Mosop, this budget, Mr. Speaker, I really support it with all of my heart. Mr. Speaker, I also looked at the physical planning. Of course, places, we have some small towns. Recently, we had the upgradings of some towns into municipalities. And there are some also which have been left behind. And these places, these marketplaces, qualify in terms of the law and the other requirements. So I'm equally elated to see that at least there was some budget that was put for physical planning and titling, because it's part of the process to upgrade. When I look at a place like Salga and those other towns, Mr. Speaker, they deserve. It's a long time. It's long overdue. So when we put money in the budget to help them hasten and fasten the process of them also attaining the status of a township, it actually gives me joy as a representative of that particular place. Mr. Speaker, the Chair Road talked about the Imarisha program, which has actually been ongoing. This program is actually life-changing, and especially to some of us, like even where I come from, where we have never appreciated a tarmac road. We don't even have an inch within Mosop of tarmac road. The Marisha program has come in very handy. And if you look at even the budgeting, you realize that amongst those who put money into Marisha program, Mosop actually ranks, I think, the highest in terms of the amounts that we have put. This one, passing this budget, will be able to alleviate the pains and the sufferings that our people have been passing through because of poor roads. We have agricultural lands. We have many people in industrialized areas within the area where we come from. And without roads, Mr. Speaker, it makes it absolutely very difficult to grow, to develop, and be able to reach our areas of services, and even to transport the agricultural products which we produce within our own wards. So I really thank even the members for having populated the Marisha amounts so that we can be able to be helped. And on that, Mr. Speaker, we'll also request that now the department roads, the roads department, should actually ensure that we have properly functional machineries so that the amounts, as the chair has just alluded, will actually go into helping to reduce the pricing of grading and marraming those particular roads. Because you can put in a lot of money, but when we go in and lack machinery, and we end up using the same money to hire machinery from other places, then actually does not cut on the cost. It actually even makes it slightly higher because hiring of equipments has actually gone so high, and I say so because I tested a bit of it when I thought I had a lot of money to do roads in Mosop, and then most of it went to hiring of equipment. So we ended up doing very little roads, more than what I had anticipated and had actually been able to plan. Last, Mr. Speaker, is actually the issues of bursaries. Of course, education helps us so much, and where we come from is a society where economy has become something else, a bit hard. So I'm equally happy to have seen that most of us have actually been able to put money into the bursary program, because bursaries, despite the debate that was ongoing, that the county assemblies should not disperse bursaries and remain the national, it is something that touches Mwananchi, the Wanjiko, directly, Mr. Speaker. And I'm happy that even Her Excellency the Governor has actually put in a huge amount of money so that we can be able to disburse these amounts and elevate the issues of our people who have lacked or dropped out of schools. We have quite a number of them because of lack of school fees, Mr. Speaker. So I am, for the sake of all what I've said, for the sake of the good roads, good education, the physical planning that are going, the good health that has actually been factored in this budget, for the people of Rongai, the people of Mosop, Mr. Speaker, I actually raised to support this budget. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The member for Maunarok and then the member for Barut, in that order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this chance to also support the motion on the floor. And I will start by saying that one member said that he's happy that the projects have stalled. I apologize for that. I think he meant he is happy because the projects that have stalled will now be completed. I support the motion by one saying that I'm happy that Njoro Level 4 Hospital will be completed. This will be a game changer for residents of Njoro constituency and Maunarok ward at large, because we have been going to PGH for medical reasons and all that. Now that we are going to complete Njoro Level 4, we are among, I say we are the happiest people on earth, that the monies that we have been using to go all the way from Maunarok to PGH will now be saved. Number two, I'm happy that most of the members have put most of their monies in tournaments for youth and also empowerment. I'm happy for that, because having many tournaments and making our youth busy, that will make them free or stay away from drugs and substance abuse, and they'll be busy. They will no longer go for mandamanos. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support the motion.
The Honourable Member for Barut.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I rise to support this motion and also to commend Committee on Budget for the job well done. Mr. Speaker, I will going to measure maybe my points on Nakuru City. We have seen they have a good budget allocation of around 610 million, but we have this budget of 497 million for development, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, when we check on this budget, it's like the city board only measure this budget to one ward. I mean the Biashara ward, because almost 98% of this allocation, Mr. Speaker, are measured in Biashara ward, where Mheshimiwa Fadhili represent. And I think, and I believe my colleagues from the city, they have noticed that. Mr. Speaker, there is this 9 million, and 9 million that we are going to share amongst the 11 wards that make Nakuru City. And also, no, that ward, the Biashara ward, will be among the wards that are going to demand this money for the street light. So I think, Mr. Speaker, these both are not fair to the rest of the wards, the 10 wards, Barut included. Also, Mr. Speaker, there is the 2.5 million that were made for installation of a temporary sanitation facility in Nakuru West. This point needs to be specific, because Nakuru West is made up of 6 wards, Barut being included. So we need to know where in Nakuru Town West. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Honourable Member for Barut. Chair, you take note of the issues that have been raised as to whether if the resources have been allocated equitably. The Honourable Member for Kiptagich, and then we'll proceed on my left.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I want to thank the honorable members for Budget Committee for the good work done. I am very happy about this budget because it is going to facilitate development projects like ECDs, tea-buying centers, and empowerment programs that will be done early enough. Another thing is about paying salary, and especially to the addressing the issue of casual. Honorable members have been facing a lot, especially about casual, who sometimes they are not paid for 3 months, 2 months. And I want to just give an example of one honorable members who are telling me that she met a single mother who was crying on the way because he didn't have the salary. And because of that, I think the issue will be addressed. Another thing is about the priorities of Imarisha Barabara, whereby I think they should be making PQs early, because some of parts of our wards are very rainy, like in Kuresoi South, Kuresoi North, and other parts of the ward. When the rain just rain early, they cannot be able to address the issues of the road. And another thing, this budget will help us, especially our electorates, because of evaluating our performance. We know that by 2027, our electorate don't know that there is rollovers, because after public participation, they expect the next day all the projects to be done. So I think this early budget will help to address many issues. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Honourable Member for Elementaita, and then the Honourable Member for Viwandani.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the 2025-2026 budget and recommend the Budget Committee for a job well done. Mr. Speaker, I am quite impressed that Elementaita ward is among those wards that have the highest enhancement of the bursary kitty, Mr. Speaker, because educating our kids and supporting the needy is very godly, and it is by educating the young generation that, Mr. Speaker, we can improve the livelihoods of those students in the future. Mr. Speaker, the county governments, having made the intergovernmental relationships with the national government, Mr. Speaker, we shall be able to give that bursary on time. Mr. Speaker, I am also impressed that the people of Elementaita this time prioritized putting more resources on road maintenance, which is well captured in this budget. But Mr. Speaker, most importantly, I must mention a number of weaknesses that the county government of Nakuru has in terms of implementing the budget. Because passing the budget is one thing, implementing the budget is another thing. For example, the agriculture department, I have seen around 15 million allocated for distribution of pyrethrum seedlings. But in the last 2 years that the county government of Nakuru, through the Department of Agriculture, has been distributing seedlings, they do that when the people have planted, and they do that in during the short rains. Honorable Speaker, as an oversight house, we must ensure that this time the Department of Agriculture distributes the seedlings on time to avoid wastage of the minimum resources that we have. Again, Mr. Speaker, I sympathize with honorable members who have budgeted for the Imarisha Barabara program, because if we were not able to absorb resources that we budgeted for in the last financial year, up to now, I think we are some days towards the end of this financial year, but we are yet to absorb the resources or the monies that we allocated for the Imarisha Barabara program. Yet, I have seen members who have budgeted for the Imarisha Barabara program. I think the Department of Roads should put up their socks, should ensure that their machines are in order, so that we can be able, Mr. Speaker, to absorb the resources that we have allocated for the Imarisha Barabara program. I've seen Honorable Mosop has allocated a lot of money for the Imarisha Barabara program. I equally sympathize with you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support the budget.
Thank you, the Honorable Member for Elementaita. The Honorable Member for Viwandani.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. First of all, thank you for according me this chance. I want to commend the budgetary committee for a well-organized budget. And I want to say that I'm happy that after we paid the debts, now we can be able to equip the same hospital so that people can get good and better services. Again, Honorable Speaker, it has been, I may say, a decade, because since independence, in Naivasha town, we had never gotten title deeds, and I have seen some allocations for the planning and the issuance of title deeds. So we shall properly own what is ours, and I pray that, as Honorable Nene has said, it will be the work of the executive to make sure that they implement this budget fully and as passed by this House. So I'm also happy to see that we have allocated the money in Imarisha. And I want to sympathize also with Honorable Alex. And I don't know what we shall do with this Department of Roads, because really, they know and they understand what can make you be re-elected. Most of all is access to services. And I want to ask Honorable Mugai or Francis to make sure that all machineries are in good conditions, so as when we pass the budget, we can hit the ground and do some works that can help our people for service delivery. So I'm happy also that now Naivasha Level 4 will be equipped with the MLI and CT scan, because our people have been going very far looking for these services, and I'm sure that after the budget is passed, we are now going to get these good services. And also I've seen in some in dental areas that we are going to rehabilitate and to equip of the same. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to put it that way and ask honorable members that we pass this budget for us to have time to go and facilitate our Gen Zs for tomorrow commemoration.
Honorable member for Flamingo, then I'll come on my right.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. My name is David Murray, a member representing the good people of Flamingo Ward. And Mr. Speaker, first I would like to commend the Committee on Budget for this, for a good job done. And Mr. Speaker, I want to support this document and this motion, Mr. Speaker, because as from today, if we pass this document, Mr. Speaker, we are going to see a very good progressive in terms of running of business of this Nakuru County, because the Budget Committee have done a very good job, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when I was looking at the budget which was given to our city, because I'm one of the city member, because I belong to the Flamingo ward, which is among 11 wards that are within the city. Mr. Speaker, I'm worried because I want to ask the chair budget and the budget committee as large whether the Flamingo ward is among the city ward, because when I was looking at that budget, Mr. Speaker, I've seen Flamingo ward is not mentioned anywhere in that budget, Mr. Speaker. And you can see in terms of health, we have Rangaranga Hospital, which we requested area that you can give us a few coins so that we can improve that facilities. And Mr. Speaker, also, we have so many roads that within our ward that are not done. And I have seen like one road in, I don't know whether it is in Menengai ward, which is given 100 million, Mr. Speaker. And in Flamingo, we are not given even a coin. So, Mr. Speaker, next time we want, if the money is going to be allocated within the city, we want that money to be distributed among the 11 ward equally, so that we can feel as a member of this city that we are all equal, Mr. Speaker. So when I'm here supporting this document, and Flamingo is not among the ward that are going to benefit through that HQ monies, Mr. Speaker, I'm very worried, because Flamingo is one of the ward that is paying a lot of revenue in terms of on-source revenue. We have so many businesses within the Flamingo, Kano Street, and everywhere, and we cannot give any coin. So, Mr. Speaker, I support, but next time, the Budget Committee, you should be very careful when allocating these monies. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Thank you. The Honourable Member for Soin, the Honorable Deputy Chair, Vice Chair, and then the
Thank you.
Honorable Evelyn in that order.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to commend the good work done by the Budget Committee, led by the able Chair, for the good work he has done. I've seen the allocation to all departments is very good. I only want to talk about the allocation, who took the lion's share, health, who have took about 40%. That the work is very good because there is completion of hospitals and equipping some hospitals from Maimayu all the way to Kuresoi, north and south. Molo, Njoro, and Subukia. I'm so happy about it. So my major concern is we as Rongai, I'm happy because we have an allocation of about a level 4 hospital of about 115. So my major concern is an hospital we have in my ward known as Soin, where we got the name Soin Hospital. It is level 4. During the FIF, we are the last with 4.8 million. The reason why is because our people from this side goes across to Baringo County, who are neighboring, because there are services which we are missing from this side. I hope next year, because maybe those hospitals which has been allocated some funds this time, maybe next year it will be our time. Otherwise, I also stand to support the motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, sir.
Now that the Leader of Majority Party has want to submit, we will proceed with the Leader of Majority Party, then the Honorable Evelyn.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I also stand to support this budget, and I want to really commend the Committee on Budget for the very wonderful work that they've done. And I want to say that on the side of the County Assembly, I want to really appreciate the amount that is allocated for development. This is a substantial amount of money, which I want to believe that it is going to do much of the development within the Assembly. In terms of compensation of workers and the services that are provided within the Assembly, I'm also very happy that this area has also been captured. I want to believe that every undertaking within the Assembly will actually be very smooth because all the sectors have been considered. Mr. Speaker, I also want to really appreciate the allocation of these monies, and preferably, just as my colleagues have mentioned concerning the health sector, I think it's commendable that a lion's share has been given to the department. They want to believe that this amount of money is going to go a long way in improving the services and the facilities within our county. Quite a number of times, the Chair Health Committee has always been giving reports that a lot of issues are wanting within our county. And for this reason, therefore, this amount of allocation will go a long way in alleviating these problems. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to also appreciate that on matter sports, Serengeti high altitude once again has been considered with this whopping 10 million Kenya shillings to improve the facility. And I want to believe that in this financial year, the sports facility will actually be operationalized because at least it can be used as for now it can be used. So I want to believe that this 10 million Kenya shillings is going to do the final and or the bending area so that the facility can actually be of use. Mr. Speaker, sir, there are quite a number of other areas that might not also have been captured in the report. I have just checked on the empowerment that we also set aside some money from my ward amounting to 1.5 million, but it's not captured. I want to believe that it was a typical typing, it was a typing error, and I want to believe that when we come to the amendments, I want to believe that this one will also be considered. Otherwise, it is a good document, and going to the future, I am very certain that if this will be implemented, then definitely we are going to reap a lot in our county. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Evelyn.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance to also make my contribution. I want to support the budget, and I want to comment on these 3 points. First, I want to comment on the money that are allocated through the KTDA for the maintenance of roads in Kuresoi South, that is Amalo, Tinet, and Kiptagich. That amounts to 33,438,000. Thank you so much for that. We are really eager to see the implementation of that. Number 2, we have seen that Olengruan Sub-County Hospital, there is some money that has been allocated for the purchase of medical equipment. I would like to know which medical equipment is that. Kindly, if possible, next time let us be told which medical equipment, because in some hospital like that one for Naivasha, we have been told the purchase of medical equipment, that is HDU stroke ICU. So kindly consider that. Number 3 is the empowerment. I can see that some members have really done the best to make sure they have allocated some amount of money for the empowerment of PWDs, women, and youth. I can see that there are some wards that have done their best to even raise an amount of 7 million. We don't take that for granted. We are giving you flowers for that, and we look forward for the implementation. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Visoi Ward.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for this opportunity that you have given unto me. First and foremost, I want to applaud and appreciate the chair budget and the entire committee for the well done job. And I'm the happy person today that in Rongai sub-county, we have a level 4 hospital, which have been allocated 115 million shillings. The residents of Rongai constituency are the happiest people. And also when we come to education sector, we have seen members enhancing bursaries. This one will help the students who are coming from the humble background to have a good learning environment. And also we appreciate our governor because she's doing well in sector or matter education. Education is the key to success in each and every community. Number 3 is about Imarisha Barabara program. I also sympathize to myself, because I've allocated a lot of money also to Imarisha Barabara program. In the financial year 2024-2025, I've also allocated money which I've not even exhausted. And also, I'm blaming myself because it seems I was allocating those money without my knowledge. But in future, I will do something. And also I want to urge the chair, roads, public work and infrastructure, to make sure that this one is a thorn in our flesh, all of us, as elected members of this house. Because each and every time, there is no machinery which is in good condition. Each and every day, there is no, what we call fuel, mugu tires, each and every day. And if this Imarisha program is used well, it will going to help this county government of Nakuru. So, Chair, do something before we do something to you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you. I will now I will allow the honourable member for Bahati and the honourable Lois in that order, and then the chair will have an opportunity to respond. The chair, infrastructure, you had your time. And I think now
I beg you, just 1 minute, Honorable Speaker. Allow me to respond to
Honorable Member for Malewa. I know you committee can do better, and I know you have an opportunity immediately after the passage of this budget to be able to have a meeting with all the elected members and all the members of this house to chart a way forward, because it's not good for them to have allocated money one way, and then at some point, it looks like they are regretting or something. The honourable member for Bahati.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Grace, and by the grace of God, I am the MCA for Bahati Ward, and I stand to support this motion and this report and commend the well-done job from the Budget Committee. First of all, Mr. Speaker, sir, I have heard everybody in this house is pulling the blanket in his or her own side. I also want to pull mine because I have seen in the health committee, health department, my maternity and my sub-county hospital has been allocated some monies. And as we always say that a wealthy nation is a healthy nation, if we put more resources on our health department, everything will go on well. There is a saying that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that is why this government is planning for a future, for the 2025-2026 budget, so that we may implement things as they are. Another thing that I want to support, Mr. Speaker, sir, and there is a Mheshimiwa who talked about it, is about the titling. The ministry, the Department for Lands have done so well to put some monies to process the titles. This morning I had a meeting with the Bahati Center business community and the ones who are entitled, who have settled at Bahati Center, about 500 people who have no titles. And from now onwards, we have been given 30 days that the implementation of the titles will proceed and will process. That is a plus for us and a milestone for this government, because we know that if you don't have a title deed, you are not sure of tomorrow, whether you'll be in that land or not. So I want to commend the job done by the Department of Lands concerning the titling of our plots. Mr. Speaker, sir, this message and this report has got so much and very good plans for us. And as elected and nominated members of this house, our work will be to oversight the implementation of the county government. And my plea is as we pass this budget today, may the executive hasten the implementation of the projects, because as we all know, we have only one budget year, which is next year. So my prayer is that we implement, the executive implements the budget to latter, so that we won't have rollover projects, as we have always heard. About the Imarisha Barabara, that one has been said, and I'm not going to comment, because there are some people who have never enjoyed the Imarisha Barabara program. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I support.
The Honorable Alois, and then the Honorable Member for Mayela, and then the Honorable Member for Turi, and then the Chair will respond.
Maybe, Mr. Speaker, before Mheshimiwa...
Order. What is it? What is it, the Honorable Member for Barut?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Is it an order or is it a point of order?
Point of information, maybe to inform the entire House, Mr. Speaker.
What is the information?
About the, and I think Mheshimiwa Chair was to say something about that from the Speaker. Mheshimiwa Visoi issued a threat, particularly to Mr. Chair, Rhodes, and also me as the Vice Chair, Mr. Speaker, that if Imarisha Barabara failed to pick from her word, Mr. Speaker, she will be on somebody's neck. So, Mr. Speaker, kindly intervene, because I think we are not going to leave this chamber today. We are going to stay here until we give orders, and, or maybe Mheshimiwa to withdraw the statement, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
So order. The member for Visoi. Was that a threat or what was it?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. And I humbly request that I will not withdraw the statement, because I have not written anybody. It was a warning that he must pull up his socks, because we are coming for him anytime. I'm not threatening him. And I mean that. I mean, if he's not going to work, there is impeachment coming for him. Thank you, Mr.
The member for, the Honorable Royce.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for allowing me time to rise and first of all support and commend the Budget Committee for coming up with a well-thought budgetary allocation. And in as much as I support their work, I want to make a request to the committee, maybe for the coming financial year budgetary allocation, that you consider putting more money for the ECD centers. It is good that you allocate money for bursaries for the secondary, tertiary, and university students and facilitate their learning. But, Mr. Speaker, sir, and Chair Budget, when you go to, or if you visit some of the ECD centers, you'll be surprised to see the kind of classrooms and toilets that are there. So it is good that you allocate money for feeding program. It is good, I can see you have allocated money for ICT learning materials and software. But for this to take place, I think we should also improve some of these infrastructural facilities. They need to have better classrooms, and some toilets in some of those ECD centers pose a lot of risks to those children. So in the future, consider even maybe, if the department does not have enough money, you can maybe even consider removing some of the bursaries monies allocated, because that is not even our mandate to begin with, and give more money to ECD centers. Secondly, Chair Budget and your committee. I want to commend you again through Mr. Speaker, sir, for allocating money for PWDs like you have always done. You did that last year and last year but one. But unfortunately, the PWDs have not received their monies for the last 2 years. And this is not something of your own doing. I think it is to do with the Department of Social Inclusivity and the recommendations that were made by the COB for those monies to be operationalized. Now that we passed the bill, the amended bill for PWD fund, I hope the relevant committee, like you have recommended, Chair Budget, will fulfill the recommendations that were made by COB and come up with proper regulations that are in tandem with the Act, so that once again we do not have these monies not being used this financial year. So the Office of the County Attorney and the Committee on Rules and Regulations, plus the Implementation Committee, should work hand in hand and expedite the process of making sure that these monies get to the rightful people, to the PWDs, because most of them are suffering. And finally, as a member of Finance Committee, we have made visits to some of the cess points and hospitals, and I want to commend the Department of Finance, because they have introduced cashless system of revenue collection. However, when you go to some of these hospitals, like the PGH and some of the cess points, you realize there is still cash collection, and that has evidently led to the loss of some of revenue. This is a huge budget, and like somebody said, a member said here, the Finance Committee, where I'm a member, we need to pull up our socks and to ensure that we are not losing revenue. We should make proper recommendations and require the Department of Finance to make necessary measures to ensure that we do not have any revenue collection which is done in form of cash, because a lot of money is being you cannot account for some of that money that is collected, and that we have witnessed through our oversight visits as Finance Committee. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank you, and once again thanks the Budget Committee for coming up with a budget that is in line with the Governor's Manifesto.
Thank you. The Honourable Member for Mayela.
Mr. Speaker, sir, and the team that has worked so tirelessly to present to us this 2025-2026 budget. We appreciate the work that they are doing, and we'd also want to highlight some of the things we feel that although we don't maybe expect them to be done immediately, but should be looked at going into the future. First of all, I want to say thank you for the people who sat down, and that I think for the first time, Mayela Ward should benefit from the FIA facility. We are one of the ward that is very, very far from any facility, level 3, level 4. And when it comes to maybe even morgue services, we usually use a lot of money. I've seen that that has been included, and we appreciate that that will also be implemented to the benefit of our people. I want also to look at the infrastructure department, where they have just told us that the courts have been able to reinstate the county government as beneficiaries of road maintenance levy fund, because actually most of us here, our cry has been roads. Although maybe when I look at the distribution of the people who will benefit, they have not been very clear. We believe that all the wards that require a lot of work to be done on roads, and especially my ward, we have a problem of floods, broken down dams that continue to wreak havoc during the rains, and the drainages will also be included. On the matters of the county attorney, I'm one of the ward whereby we have got so many cases running. And I can assure you, for every reference you've made to the county attorney, nothing has been coming out of it. The department does not respond. Even if we ask them to come to court, they are never available. And when you visit them, they still insist that they have a problem of staffing. I was praying that maybe as a county, because we cannot do away with cases and court proceedings, we should be able to look at this department more closely so that we are able to offer services to our people. Whenever we lose a case as a county, you know that we've still been having a problem of so much resources that goes with a losing of a case. And also the engagement of lawyers who are private. They usually take a lot of money. So I was of the opinion that the department of the county attorney should be given priority, especially on matters of human resource and also facilitation, so that, like now I have got like 4 cases that we are almost losing because the county has failed to respond. So I was of the opinion that even as the budget committee looks at other areas, they should also take into consideration of those cases. One of that case involved tourism, whereby we are losing a beach in Maela because it has been grabbed by private developers. And if we had the support of the county and the county attorney, maybe we would have salvaged that 13 acres that are now going to the private people. And when you look at the reasons why they are taking that particular piece, it's just because there is no response from our legal department. I also want to talk about education. Somebody has mentioned about ECDs, but I'm also going to talk something about polytechnics. Since last year, we had purchased equipment worth over 4 million in our ward. What we are lacking is a tutor or a principal. So the Department of Education, please, because we need to engage our youth, we have got what it takes. We have bought a lot of equipments that can help them, that it may look at some of these upcoming polytechnics so that they can give them facilitation in terms of principles or tutorial human management, so that even if the community is going to engage privately, tutors, they can also have a direction from one, maybe just one principal being provided by the county. I was looking at the Naivasha Municipal Board budget. The last time I looked at it, by the time we were going for a supplementary, some of this funding had been withdrawn. I'm hoping that this time, these funds of the Naivasha Municipal Board will remain, because in some areas like Maela Ward, whereby before the incoming county governments, there used to be towns that were under the municipal board. And we insisted that these towns be reinstated, and that was done. But when you look at the breakdown of how they are going to spend their budget, I've just seen cabros, pavements in areas that have continued to receive those services ever since these boards were incepted. I don't want to mention wards, but I was requesting or insisting that if there is an opportunity, drainage, high mast, lighting should also be according to areas like in our ward, whereby we are also part of that municipal board. I was also talking about disaster, the committee on disaster, whereby I also am also a member. We have been left behind. We have areas that had fires as late as last year, March, but there is no compensation that has been coming from the disaster department. When you look at that budget, it seems still we are unable to dislodge these monies from where they are so that they can reach our people on the ground. And therefore, even as we prepare this budget, we should also remember that at the end of it, and even at the beginning of another budget, we should be able to look back and see how far our communities have benefited from some of these activities that we keep repeating, so that we don't sing it as a song. One Mheshimiwa has said that he has given a warning. I think if you don't call it a warning, we call it a cautionary statement. We should not just bring these budgets. We should also appear to be working on them. We should be having something like maybe a revisit of what we have done for particular wards, because we also are very economical when we state on this budget the wards that are benefiting. You'll hardly see all the wards that benefit in some, like now the road maintenance levy. You'll be surprised that you'll not be able to see the wards that will benefit. We don't get this list. I think it is just normal justice to have to know which ward got what in whatever funding that was given. And all that having been said, I appreciate that we are still moving. I appreciate that we are making headway. I did input for the member of assembly who is worried about Imarisha. I did input Imarisha because I think I have a very long story on Imarisha and the equipment. Mine is even sitting down with the departmental and calculating my fuel, because you don't seem to understand where your fuel goes. And you need to sit down, and that is why I'm trying to advise my fellow good MCA from Visoi that sometimes you have to take a pen and a paper and thoroughly try these machineries to the ground because of the intricacies and other things that I'll not mention that follow these trucks and machines once they come for Imarisha. Maybe it is not an experience of everybody, but I can assure you it is an experience that is not worth going back to. I would not go to Imarisha even if I'm promised that the machines will stay in my place. Because for me, it has been almost a fight. I usually almost fight with these drivers, these machines, and the department. I'm always, for the 2 years, I've put over 7 million in Imarisha in my ward. They all translated to disaster. So anytime, because my ward is prone to disaster, they brought a machine to my ward. They would tell me your fuel went with the disaster. So we do not have an instance, Mr. Speaker, sir, where the department or the executive or the HQ takes into consideration that when we have a disaster, it should not be siphoning the fuel that I've put for Imarisha for grading and graveling of roads in my ward. They have not separated that, but they tell you things are working. I can assure you they are working, but working at a very expensive cost to any member who puts money in Imarisha. So I've decided to go graveling and hire machinery because I think that way you can be able to communicate with. But for the Department of Infrastructure, thank you very much for what you've done. I know when they stand here, they say, Mheshimiwa, we have done something in Maila. Yes, you have done it. But are we really meeting the expectation of our people when we put this money? Mr. Speaker, sir, we have over 100 roads to grade in our wards. And I repeated that when I brought a motion here on how we could be assisted on our roads. So if you got 1 million, 2 million, having to do all these roads, then we have to be very careful, very economical, very calculative, and very informed when we need to do these roads. So what I can say is that I believe that the department has no ill intentions. I don't want to blame the people who are in that department, the committee on roads. I don't want to blame them. Because even when we sit in these offices with these officers, we also learn 1 or 2 things as members of this assembly. That is why we need also to revisit our stand. That is why we also need now to work on ourselves so that we are able now to counter that which is coming from the department and it's not favoring our wards. Again, I say thank you for that opportunity. I fully support this budget. But I also believe that we can also make improvement so that as we exit, because I don't think we have any other year, we are all back to the ground, campaigning very hard with our opponents all over. We will have to come out with something that we'll be able to campaign with. So thank you very much, and I support that budget.
Thank you. The member for Mayela. I allow the member for Malewa, who is the chair infrastructure, to now being able to reassure the members whether he would like them to move the locations or the department to be able to meet the expectations. The member for Malewa.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I've listened very keenly to my colleagues, honorable members. Allow me, first of all, Honorable Speaker, to say it's true there are some of the wards that Imarisha program have not implemented anything, and maybe we have some of the factors that has hindered to why not. So we have some of the natural calamities that is like rain. So we need to sit down with the department so that we, as we make or as we plan the clusters, we identify the regions. Maybe we have the Kuresoi North and some part of the Upper Njoro Moro. We have the Maunarok, so that we know, we give priority on where to start the work. Honorable Speaker, on that program, number one, it's optional. I want to come to allow me, Honorable Speaker, to be categorically from Honorable Chemu. If you listen very carefully to the statement that she gives in this House, Honorable Speaker, she said the first year she had an allocation. The second budget, she also did an allocation, Honorable Speaker. Why did she have allocation in the second budget if the work was not done in the first year? Honorable Speaker.
The Honorable Member for Mayela, the Chair, you becoming defensive.
Okay.
Reassure the members if the program will work.
I start to be guided, Honorable Speaker. Thank you. I assure the Honorable Members, Honorable Speaker, that with the indulgence of Her Excellency, you as the Speaker of this Honorable House, my Vice Chair, Honorable Speaker, and the department, the executive, we must do, we will convene a meeting so that we make sure that we implement and the program land to the right, Honorable Speaker. I promise the Honorable Members, Honorable Speaker, that in this budget things will run differently from the last budget, Honorable Speaker. I assure Honorable Members that they support the program. Personally, as the Chair, I will make sure that all the problems that have been hindering the program, Honorable Speaker, we are able to counter them. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. The last member, the Honorable Member for Turi, and then the Chair budget will be responding.
So thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I'm John Mwangi, the member for Turi. I arise to support the report and to take this particular opportunity to thank your office, the honour members, for taking time and sacrificing their time so that we can be here and pass the budget on time. I am one of the happiest members here because I can see in this particular budget there is an allocation of 250 million for the completions of the parking as well as the member's office, and that means that before we come to the end of this particular term, that is 2027, we shall be having very honorable offices here, and we shall be able to do our things peacefully here, as well as to make sure that the security of our car is being provided. Number two, I have also seen that there's a huge budget for the Moro Sub-County Hospital. I come from Moro Sub-County, and in the entire Moro Sub-County, Moro Sub-County Hospital is our referral. So if that particular project is going to be implemented, then that means that the people of Moro Sub-County are going to receive quality services as far as the health matters are concerned. Lastly, the other issue that I can touch, Moro municipality is one of the two smallest and the new municipality. So my prayer is, as we come to the supplementary one, it is my prayer, because the Moro municipality did not receive the extra funding, it should be given something during the supplementary one as a way of affirmative so that we can be able to nurture the small municipality of Moro. Lastly, the issue concerning the autonomy of the municipality. I believe if they are going to be given the autonomy, then the municipality board members, they can be able to achieve a lot, because when we are taking them through the vetting process, we are able to see that some of them are people who have a lot of qualification, very experienced, and if they can be given an opportunity and time, they can be able to do great things to a great county. Lastly, I want to say this.
The Honourable Member, how many lasts?
This is the last.
So, finish up.
So the issue concerning the Imarisha, I can say it depends on case by case, because I'm privileged to have an institutional memory of this great county of Nakuru. I was privileged to be in the second county government of Nakuru, and I can say, as I compare the second county government and this, as far as Imarisha Barabara is concerned, in Turi Ward, have done a great work. The only thing that is supposed to be done is proper timing and proper planning of the program. Thank you. I do support.
Thank you. The Honorable Deputy Speaker and then the Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. As I conclude this debate, I want to mention something that I see it has not been mentioned. There is a program that we started this year, the NAV CDP, Mr. Speaker. We ended up as wards, we have committees, and we even have circles. And I want to echo or acknowledge the money that has been put there and say that this is a good work that has been done by the Committee on Budget to make these circles and committees to be operational, because we have a lot of money that is there. Also, Mr. Speaker, sir, as I conclude on this, there is other monies, the FLOCA money. This FLOCA money, Mr. Speaker, sir, they have been doing a lot of issues to do with climate change and climate issues. There is a lot of money that is there. That is 188 million from World Bank and co-funded money of 111 million. Mr. Speaker, sir, these are monies worth mentioning because like my ward in Nakuru East Ward, this FLOCA money has really helped us and is going to help us in doing the piping and even drilling of boreholes to give water to people of Nakuru East Ward. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to stand to be on record to support this bill and say it is now time for implementation. I'll also ask the government to speeden on the implementation aspect, because as we conclude this year, it has been mentioned here, Mr. Speaker, sir, we are lagging behind on the implementation phase. So, Mr. Speaker, I support this. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker and the Honorable House. Mr. Speaker, let me start by appreciating that members of this House have indicated the confidence that they've had in the budget this year, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there are members who have spoken and more so on the municipality monies and the city monies. Mr. Speaker, in the budget 23-24, some wards like Flamingo Ward within Nakuru City did some tarmacs within their areas, Mr. Speaker. Some of the other wards like Nakuru East, where the Deputy Speaker comes from, Mr. Speaker, also did some tarmac. They all did like 1.5 kilometers worth of roads, Mr. Speaker. They installed high mast, Mr. Speaker, whereas some of the other wards didn't do that, Mr. Speaker. For instance, in Naivasha, Mheshimiwa Virginia's ward, Mr. Speaker, we had so much water going there, and we were there as members of that community to welcome that water, because we are all in a community, Mr. Speaker. In one budget, we cannot be able to fit in all our needs. On the issue of Imarisha, Mr. Speaker, we have had it, and I think the department has also had it, Mr. Speaker, but I will also implore on the chair roads to also organize a coordinative meeting for the ones that this program have not effectively worked. Because as for me in Lakeview Ward, the program has perfectly worked in my ward, Mr. Speaker, and I'll keep on adding money to the program because it has served my people well, Mr. Speaker. On the issue of titering within Naivasha, mainly within Viwandani and the surrounding, Mr. Speaker, this is one part that I will ask the chairperson on runs and also the vice chairperson to take note of this, Mr. Speaker, because these are things that affect the people directly, Mr. Speaker, and the people have totally gone through anguish, Mr. Speaker. You have land that you cannot use at any one time. On the part of the pyrethrum, Mr. Speaker, I know that is one part that we must talk and engage. Mr. Speaker, there are classes on ECDs that Mheshimiwa Royce has risen to, Mr. Speaker. And I must say that, yes, there is indication that we should not do bursaries, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in some of our wards, Mr. Speaker, having been elected, Mr. Speaker, I think this is a role that should never ever be questioned, neither even debated in this assembly, Mr. Speaker, because the needs of our people are so great. If education is not free within the country, Mr. Speaker, I would encourage each and every member within this assembly to continue adding bursaries because, Mr. Speaker, education is the equalizer of this life, Mr. Speaker. And you can see, Mheshimiwa Wadhei has indicated very well that in this financial year, we have ensured that we shall not wait for any supplementary for you to go award your bursaries, Mr. Speaker. It will be a one-off within this year. So for the members who do not have classes that are modernized or something, you have the allocation at the ward level. And none of the wards within Nakuru County is getting less than 25 million, Mr. Speaker. So get that priorities for your people. On PWD funds, Mr. Speaker, I hope and believe that the committee in charge of this, Mr. Speaker, will effectively affect it, Mr. Speaker, because there is a struggle of these people within the locality that we have. There's something else on municipality that was mentioned, Mr. Speaker, and I can say that we start from somewhere before we go somewhere else. In the last regime, Mr. Speaker, for instance, in Naivasha, tarmac was placed at a certain area, Mr. Speaker. This comes conditionally. And I remember then, Mr. Speaker, you are the chairperson budget, and I have not seen any tarmac within Biashara or within Naivasha area, Mr. Speaker. So we must go according to the conditions of the grants that we've been given, and we cannot break it for equity of everyone, Mr. Speaker. We must go with the conditions that we've been given, Mr. Speaker. With that, Mr. Speaker, I want to really thank the members of this House for supporting this motion, Mr. Speaker. I'm glad that this financial year, Mr. Speaker, members have gone through the budget, and I've seen that members can really critique the budget, Mr. Speaker. So members, keep up. I know heaven smiles on you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair. I now want to put it to question that pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 210-6, this House adopts the report of the Committee on Budget and Appropriations on the budget estimates for the financial year 2025-2026, laid on the table of the Assembly during the morning sitting. As many who are of that opinion say aye. As many who are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 10, procedural motion.
There is a procedural motion by the Honorable Chairperson, Committee on Budget and Appropriations.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to stand and move a procedural motion that notwithstanding the provision of Standing Order 119, this House resolved to reduce publication period of the Nakuru County Appropriation Bill number 3 of 2025 from 7 days to 1 day, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the main intention to this, Mr. Speaker, we could have waited and done so much. But if you look at our timelines, Mr. Speaker, I have until the 30th of June for me to have passed this bill and for the House to have gone through this bill, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we had anticipated that tomorrow we also meet for this. Today is on the 24th, Mr. Speaker. But when you take note of what is happening within the country, from tomorrow, Mr. Speaker, we have even honorable members here who also want to join their agencies in their own streets, Mr. Speaker, to guide them, Mr. Speaker, not to destroy property, Mr. Speaker, but to ensure that life has been saved also, Mr. Speaker. And I state this, Mr. Speaker, as a reader and a young reader, Mr. Speaker, I feel that there is no maandamano that can happen in my own ward when I'm not there, Mr. Speaker, for me to guide the people where to go and where not to go, Mr. Speaker, because we are tired of losing lives, Mr. Speaker. As such, Mr. Speaker, I wish to request this House to use the publication days, Mr. Speaker, to this House, and I know that the plans to implement this budget should start almost immediately. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to ask Mheshimiwa Virginia to second this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise to second the motion that we shorten the time from 7 days to 1 day. Mr. Speaker, considering the debate you have had and a very healthy debate, and the participation of members and the contribution of members on the same, I think it's prudent that we shorten the time, so I stand to second. Thank you.
Thank you, the Honourable Member for Hellsgate. The motion that I propose is that, notwithstanding the provisions of Standing Order 119, this House resolves to reduce the publication period of the Nakuru County Appropriations Bill number 3 of 2025 from 7 days to 1 day. The motion is open for debate. The member for Mahiu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I also stand to support, Mr. Speaker, that last week, Mr. Speaker, you gave us a chance to go and have a bill digest, Mr. Speaker, of which we did, Mr. Speaker. And the bill before this House, Mr. Speaker, is actually not new to anyone, Mr. Speaker. We are aware of what is in our budget, Mr. Speaker, and therefore, reducing it to 1 day, Mr. Speaker, I think is the way to go, Mr. Speaker. So therefore, I start to support. Let me support that. We support it in 1 day. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The member for Wandani.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. And I want to also to support the procedural motion, and also notwithstanding and whatever I had said earlier, we need time to be in our wards as early as 5, so that we can also guide our young people on what to do, and maybe we can support them in advising because of tomorrow, the commemoration of tomorrow. So I just want to ask members not to make a lot of contribution on this, because we had gone for the bill digest. We are good, and we have debated the same for quite some time. So I support.
Honourable members, I will proceed to put it to question that, notwithstanding the provisions of Standing Order 119, this House resolves to reduce the publication period of the Nakuru County Appropriations Bill number 3 of 2025 from 7 days to 1 day. As many who are of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many who are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 11, the Nakuru County Appropriation Bill number 3 of 2025 a bill for an act of County Assembly of Nakuru to authorize the issue of money out of the consolidated fund and its applications toward the services of the year ending 30th June 2026 and appropriate those sums and sums voted on account by the County Assembly for certain public services and purposes. First reading.
Thank you. I now commit the Nakuru County Appropriations Bill number 3 of 2025 to the Committee on Budget and Appropriations. Chair, take note.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, those are the orders of the afternoon sitting.
Honorable members, we realize that we still have work to do. And right now it's 4:15. So I'm proposing that we take a break and come back at 4:45 so that now we can be able to dispense off with the remaining part of our budget making process. So we are coming back at 4:45. So honorable members, take note of that so that we are able to gather here and finish up on the process. This house is adjourned until such a time. Thank you. We all rise up.